This resolution is expected to pass. It goes to the Senate. It would need just a simple majority for approval. President Trump has already said he will veto it. Let's get right to Republican Texas Congressman Brian Babin. Great to see you, sir.
Great to be with you, Liz.
Republicans like Tom Tillis and others say they're going to vote against it. Your reaction to that?
I disagree with him. I think this is a time to stand up for the president. I think he absolutely has the constitutional right. Congress passed this law years ago. A number of presidents have declared national emergencies. And it's kind of singular to me that the Democrats would start talking about the Constitution now, when it certainly didn't bother them a bit when President Obama gave amnesty to the DACA children that came here during those years, and there's about 700,000 or 800,000 of them, and kind of a little bit shoes on the other foot now. Yeah,
but you know, Republican Doug Lamborn on the House Armed Services Committee co-signed a letter to Acting Defense Secretary Patrick Shanahan saying, quote, "We fear that using Pentagon funds for military that was intended for military construction projects and counter-narcotic activities will come at the expense of troop readiness, and that there will be problems in trying to address the military's aging infrastructure." But Dick Shelby, Representative Dick Shelby, says no, they're totally wrong, that there's money that can be, you know, backfilled there, and there will be no cuts to Pentagon construction funds here, sir. What's your take on that fight?
I agree with Senator Shelby. I think there's money there. It's money to be used. I think the president and his advisors have looked at this very closely. They know this is not going to harm our Department of Defense, our national security. Yeah. And quite frankly, this is a national security issue. I've been to the border 4 times in the last 2 months. I'm the co-chairman of the House Border Security Caucus. I can tell you, and as a health care provider myself, there's a national security and a national crisis down there that includes health care as well.
Sir, the House is now open voting on this measure. Sir, to your point, by the way, Senator Mitch McConnell indicated that behind the scenes, both sides of the aisle agree that it is a crisis, so they just many don't publicly say it on the Democrat side, but behind the scenes, he's seeing and hearing that, yes, they agree with you. The debate over presidents calling national emergency, the American Spectator had a column saying President Obama said Libya was a national emergency and even launched military hostilities in Libya with an executive action. Your take on that, sir?
Well, you know what? The president has the leeway, and it's given to him by the Congress to define what that national emergency is going to be. Yeah. And this president is reluctantly doing this, but it's something that has to be done. Okay. It is a national security crisis.
Congressman Babin, thank you so much. We will be monitoring the House vote throughout the show. This will show you the lay of the land for 2020. It will be an issue, border security. Who voted yes for it? Who voted no?
Absolutely.
It will come up in 2020.
Going to cast a vote in support of our president.
Brian Babin, thank you so much for joining us. Let's get to your money. Stocks closing down.